everyone, so today I have a Q&A video. I've never actually done a Q&A before, normally because I don't get enough questions, but I got not too many questions but quite a few questions, so I thought I would answer these for you today. And yeah, I kind of asked for kind of like things to do with travelling, Australia, or anything really. I hope you enjoy the video. Do subscribe and leave a comment on this video if you would like me to do any more Q&As or if you have any more questions, and I will answer those. But anyway, let's get into the video. So the first question is from Kelsey Beckett, and she asked me quite a few questions, so I think I'm going to answer all of hers because I liked them all. The first one was, which other countries would you like to go to? There's actually loads of other countries I want to go to. I really wanted to go to Fiji while me and Josh were like in Australia because it's not too far away, but it's still quite expensive, so I still want to go to Fiji. My friend Lucy recently went to Mexico and it looked amazing, so now I really want to go to Mexico as well. I've always wanted to go to Vietnam, and I've always wanted to go to Montenegro, which I think is quite a random place to go. It's in Europe, but whenever I've like seen photos of the place, it looks really nice. So yeah, there are a few of the countries I would like to go to soon. Kelsey also said, do you like living in Australia? And I do like being in Australia, but it doesn't really feel like I live here at the moment. It just kind of feels like you're like visiting the country like on a holiday. So because we're moving into our new place on Friday, I think it will then feel more like we live here, and working here I think will feel more like we live here. So yeah, I'll let you know what it's like when we actually have a place here. But as for like Australia goes, I really like being here. It's nice that when you work you earn a lot more money than you do in the UK, and you get more for your money as well. Like housing and stuff is cheaper compared to what you get paid. Also the weather's quite nice, but it rains quite a lot in Australia, which I didn't think of. But like obviously Australia, or like the part that we're on, is like tropical, so like obviously they have a lot of thunderstorms and it rains quite a bit, but it's still really warm, which is nice. I obviously miss a lot of stuff from the UK, like I really miss squash, like Robinson's squash, because they don't have that here, and that's like my favourite drink. And a lot of snacks I miss. But overall, kind of 50-50. I really like England because I like having seasons. Like it's not very seasonal here, it's mostly just hot all the time, but obviously I also really like being in the sun, so yeah, I do like it, but I do miss like parts of England as well. The next question is from Phoebe. I went to uni with Phoebe and she does have a YouTube channel, so I will link that on the screen and down below if you want to check out her channel. And she said UK versus Australia. So like I kind of answered this in the last question, but certain things like working in Australia and like buying a house and stuff, you get more for your money, so like that I would say is better in Australia. As for the UK, if you like, I've discovered that I actually miss the cold a bit. Like I miss wearing jeans and jumpers and wrapping up warm. Like the beaches in Australia are really nice, and they have loads of nice islands that you can visit. Overall, I prefer UK for travelling like around Europe. Like if you want to go on holiday, you can get a really cheap flight to like France or Spain and then like have a really nice holiday and be in the sun. Whereas in Australia, to go on holiday for cheap, you can only really like travel around other parts of Australia, but like there's loads of like nice islands like the Whitsundays and other islands that we haven't been to yet that like is obviously really nice as well. So I'm kind of half and half, but probably overall more UK because I miss people. Yeah, I still love Australia. Yeah. The next question is from Alana, and she also has a YouTube channel, so I will link hers on the screen and down below if you want to see her YouTube channel. She said, is Aussie life all you dreamed it would be? And yes and no. I feel like in certain areas it's what I thought it would be. Like to me, I've just pictured Australia being like everyone really like surfery and beachy and like didn't wear shoes and they were all really chilled out. It's like that in places like Byron Bay and like by the beaches, but it's not like that everywhere. Like obviously Australia has like lots of main cities, and the cities are really nice and really cool, but there's a lot of like, I don't know, like things that you'd get in a normal city. Like there's some like homeless people around, and there's loads of students travelling, so like there's quite a lot of Asian people because I think they come here to travel, they come here to study, and it's obviously really busy and like polluted as like a city would be, but like I just kind of didn't think like that because I was just like, oh, Australia's just all like beachy and chill, but like obviously in the main cities it's not like that. I still like it. Like I actually think I prefer being in a city. Like I like an area that's busy and you can literally like walk out your door and there's like loads of stuff to do. So Australia is not all I dreamed it would be, but I actually quite like the parts of it that I didn't realise were what it was like, if that makes sense. Like I like the city vibe, even though I thought I'd be all like, no, I want to live like in the middle of nowhere by a beach or on an island, but like actually I think I'd rather live like in a city. I'm gonna keep this question in. My friend Kerry said, who do you miss the most? P.S. the right answer is me. Lol, miss you. I miss you too. Obviously I miss like everybody, but yeah, I do really miss my friends like loads, because obviously like when you're travelling here with your boyfriend you don't really make that many friends, because like you're here as a couple and like me and Josh kind of just do everything together. But I do miss like seeing all my girls. I miss them a lot, and then obviously I miss family and people as well. But yeah, miss you too, Kerry. And then I also got some questions on my last YouTube video. I'm just gonna get them up. Okay, so these two girls asked multiple questions, so I'm gonna answer all of their questions. I'm really sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but I want to say like Bria Hayes. It's quite a cool name actually, quite like that. Her first question was, what's been the hardest part of travelling? And I would say for us, I thought it'd be missing people, but to be honest, when you're here and you're just kind of like in the moment, you don't really think about missing people. It's only like when you're like at home or you're having a down day. So like I wouldn't actually say that's been the hardest part, because I haven't felt that like, oh, I miss people that often. I would say the hardest part has been trying to act like you're not on holiday, because obviously like we've just been like, normally when you're on holiday you just kind of, you like spend all your money and you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna like buy myself, like treat myself to this, you know, I'm on holiday, or like I'm gonna buy this because I'm on holiday. And it's kind of like we are on holiday, but we can't just spend all our money on whatever we want, because we have to save it for the whole year. And like at times like now when we're not working, then it's hard. Oh, my battery's flashing. Okay, hopefully I can finish this video before it dies. So yeah, the hardest part has been getting used to not acting like you're not on holiday and trying to save money. She also said, any tips for others that might be thinking of travelling away for a long amount of time, more than just a typical holiday? My first tip would be, don't pack too much stuff. I've literally brought, like, our weight limit on the plane when we came out was 30 kilograms, so I obviously took like 28 kilograms in a suitcase. Like, I shouldn't have done that, because now everywhere we go I either have to like leave a load of stuff at Josh's auntie's house or bring a massive suitcase and a little carry-on suitcase and a rucksack, which is just like annoying to bring all of that stuff. And I haven't worn half the stuff. Like I was like, oh, it might be really cold, so I'll bring this, and like, I don't know, like pack the stuff that you know you'll definitely wear. Like I have old things that I was like, oh, I might decide that I love that outfit again, but like obviously I haven't done that. So yeah, I would definitely say don't pack a lot. And if you're like thinking about it but you don't really know, I would say definitely do it, because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity and it's been really fun so far, and we've seen some amazing places and met some really nice people. So I would definitely recommend going travelling if you're thinking about it and you're not really sure. And then Rachel B asked me a question saying, okay, sorry I've moved, the camera died and I've just decided to sit here instead. Okay, so this one was, is your travelling over with after the 3 months is up? And if you watched my last video, you'll know that me and Josh are moving to Brisbane this Friday actually, and we are staying in an apartment that we've booked for a month, but we're hoping to stay there for 3 months as long as we get work. But no, our travelling's not over after that. While we're staying in Brisbane, we want to go and visit like some of the islands near Brisbane maybe. Like I want to go to the Whitsundays, which isn't too far away. We'll probably go to the Sunshine Coast maybe on a weekend, and maybe Noosa and places like that, because we haven't been to those places yet. And then when we are done in Brisbane, we also want to go to Perth, and depending on how much time or money we have, we might go to some more places. But no, our travelling's not over. We just wanted to go home with some money, because obviously at the moment the last time we worked was like December, so we're quite low on money at the moment. And yeah, we just didn't want to go home with like absolutely no money, so we've decided to work for like 3 months, and then we also get the experience of like living in Australia, and we get to go home with some money, which is good. Rachel also asked, did you finish your fruit picking in Australia? You said something in another video about having to complete a certain number of weeks. So no, we didn't finish our farm days. The work basically, I think depending on where you are, like the work could be really good, but where we were, we just like didn't enjoy it. We were kind of like in the middle of nowhere. Most of the farms are just in the middle of nowhere, because obviously they're like not going to be in a city, they're just like either like towards the middle of Australia or in areas that like aren't really surrounding anything else. So like where we were, it was literally just one long road, and it had like one supermarket, one bakery, and then our hostel, and then like everything else like wasn't really for us to use. Like there was like a homeware store and stuff. But yeah, like we were just like really bored there all the time, and like the work wasn't great and we weren't treated very well, and we just would rather not do the work if like we have the option not to. Like if me and Josh decide we want to go travelling again, we'll probably go to somewhere that like we haven't been yet, like somewhere like New Zealand you can do a year there, or Canada you can do a year there as well, and I think there's like 10 more places that you can do a year's working visa. So we've decided to not do our days. If we don't find work in Brisbane at the end of March, then we will go back to the farm, but probably won't do our whole 88 days because we've still got like 60 to do, which is using up like a lot of the rest of our time in Australia, and we don't want the rest of our time in Australia to be in the middle of nowhere on a farm. So yeah, we've just decided we're probably not going to get our days, but that's okay. If we want to come back to Australia, we can for a holiday, and if we decide we want to like move here, we can probably apply for citizenship. Like it's not guaranteed we'll get it, but we'd rather do that than have to like do our days. So yes, that is what we've decided, and that is all of the questions I got. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It was my first Q&A, and thank you for anyone that sent me a question because I didn't think I'd get that many. So thank you if you sent one. Me and Josh are moving very soon, so I'm going to have some like moving vlogs coming soon. So remember to subscribe if you want to see those, and give this video a like if you enjoyed this Q&A and want me to do any more. And I will see you guys soon with a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye!